This video will be on section 2.2, which is on circles. The main topics will look at the equation of a circle and then also problem solving with it. What kind of things should you be expected to do with a circle? Then we'll look at graphs of a circle. You probably know what a circle looks like, but we just want to make sure we're comfortable with the graphs corresponding them to the equation. And then the last topic is completing the square with a circle. And this one is definitely one of the most challenging things on the first test, so I'll give you a warning about that right now. Right, so the equation of a circle, to begin, we will start with the equation of a circle. Let h comma k be the center of a circle with radius r. Then a point xy that lies on the circle satisfies the equation x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. So what I want to do is just draw a picture of a circle to explain the formula for a second. So like I said, we know what a circle looks like, and I'm not going to do anything specific. Let's say that's our circle. The middle of the circle is given the coordinates h comma k. And then the radius of the circle, which is the distance from the center to a spot on the circle, is r. And where the x and y come from, it's just all the points, any point on the circle. All right, so you're familiar with the radius of a circle, I'm sure. You know what it means. The center of a circle is a special point on the circle, and then x and y is just any point that's on the circle. Now, what's interesting is that this circle equation comes from the distance formula. You don't have to write this down, but I just like to explain it. That it comes from the distance formula. Because what happens is if you take the square root of each side, you get the square root of x minus h squared plus y minus k squared. And the square root of r squared is just r. We wouldn't do a plus or minus here because the radius is positive. But what this is saying, this is like the distance formula here. It's like x2 minus x1 squared plus y2 minus y1 squared. What it's saying is the distance between the point on a circle and the center of the circle, h comma k, is r. And that's exactly what a circle is. So you do need to memorize the formula for a circle, but you do not need to memorize that it's the distance formula in disguise. Alright, so what we'll do is we'll work a couple problems here. One very straightforward using the formula and one that's a little more complicated. Alright, this first one says, write the equation of the circle centered at 4, negative 9 with radius 2 over 7. Like I mentioned last section, whenever you're learning a formula, it's best to write it down. So I'm going to write the circle equation down. It also helps because then you can remember what letters are what. So we got x minus h squared plus y minus k squared equals r squared. It's good to remember that everything is squared here. Now in what they're given to us is h and k, because that's what the center is, and they're giving r to us. That's exactly what you want. X and y are the variables, so they're just going to stick around. In our equation, h, k, and r are what we want to plug in. And luckily for us in this problem, we are given all of it that we need. So h is 4, we got x minus 4 squared plus k is 9, y minus negative 9 squared equals r squared. Since it's a fraction, make sure you put in parentheses 2 over 7 squared. Now the only thing you want to do here, you don't want to try to multiply this squared out or anything. All you want to do is, if you have double negatives, simplify them and simplify the fraction to r squared. So simplify, but do not multiply out. Right, so x minus 4 squared is perfect. There's not a double negative there. Y minus negative 9 becomes y plus 9 squared. And then 2 over 7 squared is 4 over 49. Right, so in an ideal world, in an ideal question, in this section, you would be given the center and the radius, and you'll figure out from there.